Hey guys, welcome to another video of Fred's Fishing Adventures. As you can see, I'm not out on the water, but today I'm going to show you guys a few different ways to rig up your soft plastic baits. So I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys on Instagram about different ways to fish, mainly for bass. So I'm going to go over a few different types of rigs that you guys can use. So the first rig I'm going to go over with you guys is called a Texas rig. Let's get to it. So what you're going to need for the Texas rig is a bullet weight and an offset shank hook. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to get the tag end of the line and stick it through the bullet weight. And now that that's through, you're going to grab the tag end of the line and you're going to tie whatever knot you prefer onto the eye of the hook, just like you would any other hook. So now that you got your rig tied up, it's going to look something like this. And don't forget to cut the excess tag end of the line right here so it doesn't bump into your soft plastic. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to get your soft plastic bait, which in our case here is a creature bait, and you're going to get the tip of the hook and you're going to pierce the top end of the soft plastic and go down about a 1/4 inch and poke that all the way through. Now that that is through, you're going to slide it all the way up to the top of the shank and push the soft plastic all the way past the offset part. And then you're going to turn the hook around like that, and the hook is going to be facing the soft plastic like this. So now that the hook is facing towards the soft plastic, you're going to stick the hook inside of it to make it weedless. And you're going to punch a hole through it like this and try to make it as straight as possible. So it's going to look something like this when you're done. And that is a weedless Texas rig. Now your weedless Texas rig is ready to go. This is perfect for fishing heavy cover like weeds and grass and lily pads and different types of rocky areas. I mean, you still might get snagged on the bullet weight right here or the line that you have, but this is going to make for an excellent, very effective way to fish for bass and heavy cover. So the next rig I'm going to show you guys today is called the Wacky rig. And all you're going to need for this rig is a regular drop shot hook. You just tie that to the tag end of your line and you stick the drop shot hook through the soft plastic until the hook tip is exposed. So another tip for the Wacky rig is a lot of bass fishermen put an O-ring or a rubber band on the hook so the worm stays on there longer, so you can catch more fish with the same bait instead of re-rigging every single time. So that's a great tip to have. So the third way I'm going to show you guys how to rig up your soft plastics is basically with a jig head and your soft plastic bait. And this is a very easy way to rig up your soft plastics and a very effective way to fish when the bite is slow. And all you're going to do is you're going to grab your jig head, you're going to poke it through the soft plastic, and you're going to stick it through kind of how you did the Texas rig, but you want to push it all the way through so that it's completely straight and the hook is exposed. You want to slide the soft plastic bait all the way up to the tip of the jig head. Now with this bait, it's a swim bait, so you want to make sure that the boot tail on it is facing down so that it swims like this and your line is coming up from the top of the jig. So So this rig is perfect for all kinds of small panfish like white bass, crappie. On the smallmouth video, I caught a ton of smallmouth, and that's pretty much all I caught them on, was this exact setup right here. Also guys, don't forget to use the correct size of jig head. If this jig head was just a little bit bigger, the hook would go through the boot tail and it wouldn't have the correct action while it swims through the water. So that's very important to keep in mind when you're rigging up your jig heads and stuff like that. So the last rig I'm going to show you guys is called the Carolina rig. What you're going to need for this rig is an egg sinker weight, unlike the bullet weight which we use for the Texas rig, a bead, and the double barrel swivel. Now you're going to get the tag end of your line, put it through the egg sinker weight. Okay. Now you're going to put the bead on the line next. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the tag end of the line and tie it to one side of the barrel swivel. You're going to use the same knot that we've been using for the other rigs. Now that you've tied it up, it's going to look something like this. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to get a Texas rig like the one we had earlier with a leader line, and you're going to tie the leader line to the other end of the barrel swivel. After you've tied your leader line to the other end of the barrel swivel, your rig is now complete. You have a Texas rig at the end of the Carolina rig, and that is exactly what the Carolina rig is. Now, if you want to go catfishing, all you got to do is put a circle hook instead of this Texas rig on the end of your leader line and put bait on it, and you can go ahead and catch catfish. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and always guys, good vibes. And also, don't forget to stay a student to your craft. See you guys next time.